Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line, a much maligned group this summer, and rightfully so. Did several videos outlining the issues and struggles this unit had. But to be honest, this line has played better than expected. Now, granted, expectations were incredibly low, but I think this unit has shown real progress, especially as a run blocking unit. Week 1 against the Bengals, they were pretty poor. Week 2, week 3, you saw a lot of improvement. I want to focus on the offensive line's run blocking and what they did to really take some steps forward against the Browns on Thursday night. Bunch of clips to show you guys. I'll break it down by player, looking at Dan Moore, at Kevin Dotson, Mason Cole, and James Daniels. So I'm going to go through each player individually in terms of their cut up instead of doing it chronologically. 2 clips with Dan Moore, and he is the left tackle right here. And we're going to watch the down block here on the 3-tech on number 97. And just great movement overall to really get a good push, wash that defensive tackle out. The run overall is not that great. JOK is running free here, but just looking at Dan Moore's assignment here, stepping down, washing that 3-tech, driving his feet, gets a really good push here on the split flow action. I want to look at it from the aerial view, and you'll see the movement he's able to generate here and really wash that D tackle out. I mean, a good 5 yards downfield, take him out of the play. So putting the other stuff aside on this rep, Dan Moore has strength and power and drive as a run blocker, and I saw that last year, and I've seen that continue. It was tougher at the start of this year, but I think once he's gotten more comfortable overall in the system, you've seen improvement overall in terms of his run block and getting back to where it was progressing last year. But a really good down block and drive block here on the 3-tech. Similar story here. Watch Dan Moore on the 1-tech. Really good first level movement here before trying to climb to the second level on the linebacker. So I'll run this one through and just really decleats that defensive tackle, the man that Kevin Dotson's blocking, to try to create, again, that really good upfront first level movement, which I thought the Steelers did really well overall in the first half of this game. So nice rep here. Maybe some work to do in terms of getting to the linebacker, but just watch this D tackle get blown out here by that combo block by Dan Moore. So like the first level movement, there is still some improvement to be had here in terms of being able to then climb to JOK, a tough man to block. But you got to do your job here at the first level first, and they do that job here. Now eyes on the left guard, Kevin Dotson, and on this rep, we're going to see a combination block here, first doubling the 1-tech and then working and driving out that linebacker, number 5, Anthony Walker. So take this thing through, just watching the double team initially here with Mason Cole and Kevin Dotson secure this first level block, and then once Cole has secured it, Dotson climbing to the second level, and just watch him on contact here, drive his feet and really run that linebacker out to create a really big lane and a hole for Jaylen Warren to follow behind. So one last look at it here. Again, the combo block, and then on contact, drive your feet, really wash that linebacker out, and it's a good gain overall for this run attack. This is on Najee Harris's touchdown, and watch Dotson here execute this reach block against the 3-tech, who was outside shade here initially, but Dotson able to get his hips across and turn him back inside for Harris to follow behind for the score. And so watch Dotson here initially, get that block and then be able to cross his face and turn that guy back inside. And a really good finish here, of course, by Najee Harris on the safety, John Johnson, to stiff arm him into the end zone. But watch him. Here's Dotson right here. Turn his hips back inside, and then Harris comes off his hip, one-on-one with a defensive back, really breaking 2 tackles on this play into the end zone. So it's a really good rep here from Dotson. Kind of gets overlooked on this play because of the Najee finish, but initially here, making good contact, and then being able to set his hips outside, turn him back inside, D-tackle. Nothing he can do here as Najee bounces it, and then you let your back make that finishing play into the end zone. Here's one clip of center Mason Cole, who's done a nice job stabilizing the middle of the Steelers' offensive line, and a nice combo here from Dotson and Mason Cole. And again, just stick and drive and run your feet and let Najee follow behind for a solid gain on 2nd and 6 to set up 3rd and short. So just, better job overall, being tighter. Maybe they're not quite hip to hip the way that you want it, but it's pretty close, and overall gets the job done, and Cole secures it, hands inside, drives his feet, good power overall. Want to look at it from the aerial view, and you'll see it right here, the movement they get at the point of attack on this D tackle number 96, and Cole, staying engaged, driving his feet, and then good power and finish by Harris to get substantial yardage. So a good rep overall. Now I want to get eyes on the right guard, James Daniels, who I thought did a nice job finishing a lot of his run blocks against the Browns on Thursday night. Cleveland does not have the strongest and biggest, most run-stuffing type of interior defensive line, and Pittsburgh took advantage of that in the first half of this game. Again, not a great run overall, but watching Daniels specifically here on the defensive tackle, the one tech, number 99, him in a core for doubling here initially, but then a really good drive and finish by James Daniels. There is a chance potentially that the D tackle tripped over the linebacker's foot here, but regardless, you're seeing Daniels take control of that block, hands inside, drive his feet to put that D tackle in, and just being moved around position where he's not in control of that block. And that's how you get a lot of pancake blocks as well, when you're in control and you're pushing guys where they don't want to go and they don't know, they can't get out of somebody's way. They can't avoid tripping over somebody's feet. And so a really good job here, leverage and drive to create that movement by James Daniels. Nice job by Mason Cole as well to drive his man out. You can probably debate, and I'm sure you already are in the comments, about Najee's vision on this play. Should have he hit this hole right here? That D tackle, this defensive lineman, is spiking down, so maybe that was the thought, but there is a lane there, and he ends up bouncing it wide in the run. Really goes nowhere, and that's a bit disappointing because, there was some good blocking elements on this play. But just watching Daniel specifically here, the combo, the drive, the leverage, he's in really good position here. See how uprighted number 99 is, and then you get that really good finish with a great pancake. I'm putting this play under Daniels, but really the whole offensive line should get a lot of credit here. But first, eyes on James Daniels. Again, just being able to control this block and wash out this defensive tackle and really create a big lane here for Najee Harris. And you see another pancake, another finish. So he certainly had a lot of breakfast, a lot of pancakes in this game, James Daniels did. So good leverage, good explosion here on contact, and then good drive overall. And yes, the D tackle does kind of fall into the offensive lineman, into a core for his back and legs there. But whenever you're in control of blocks, that's how you get a lot of these pancakes. Rarely will you see somebody literally be just driven, without falling into somebody. It occasionally happens, but whenever you're in control of blocks here, Daniels did not win this rep just solely because the guy fell into an offensive lineman. Obviously Daniels is explosive on off the snap here and on contact and really in control of this block. But the whole offensive line does a tremendous job overall in terms of creating that movement, creating that space, and Mason Cole finishing his block. We'll kind of run this one through. Kevin Dotson certainly doing a great job here as well on number 96. Let me go back and run that one through. So just watching Dotson here against the one tech, a little bit of help from Dan Moore, but Dotson able to control this block and wash that guy down the line entirely, and it's a really good run overall for Najee Harris. This was right before the touchdown that he had where Dotson executed that great reach block overall. So great job by the offensive line across the board, but specifically here, watching Daniels be able to explode off the snap. Really, be in a good position here, and the whole offensive line throughout the first half really got a good push. So just wanted to shout out the offensive line and their run blocking, a unit that's played much better. They have progressed and gotten more comfortable under Pat Meyer, which is certainly encouraging to see. There's still a ways to go, of course, always room for improvement overall, but I like where this group is at and where hopefully it can be. Unfortunately, in the second half, the Browns were more aggressive, they were more attacking, and there were more issues by receivers and tight ends not sustaining their blocks, which led to the team not running the ball less effectively in the second half. And then, of course, they fell behind by 2 scores and had to basically abandon the run. But like the physicality overall from this offensive line, and hopefully you see more of it starting next Sunday against the Jets. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.